spiritual side. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, my people. Hello, my people. How you guys doing today? All right? How you guys doing today? I pray that y'all are in good spirits, that you're blessed, feeling blessed, and just thankful to be alive, thankful to see another day, thankful to just be here and just enjoy. Oh, yes. Hey, T, how you doing? How you doing? Please send me a message and let me know that you can hear me good or whatnot. And I want to see if I can get that message from you. I want to see if that message come through. So yes, I hope everybody is having a wonderful, great, beautiful, blessed day. Yes, I see you. Okay, now I'm able to see the comments. All right, so we good. For anybody that don't remember, last time I did the live, I wasn't able to see the comments. A lot of people did comment. I just wasn't able to see you guys' comments. So thank you guys for chiming in. But I'm going to talk today. I'm not even going to wait for everybody to come in or nothing like that. I'm going to talk today about how do you know your third eye is open. And when I say your third eye, that basically is talking about your spiritual outlook on the world. Okay? How do you know that your spiritual outlook is, hey, Tanya, how you doing? Good evening to you as well. Hey, good evening to you. How you doing today? Hope you're in good spirits. Along with all the other good spirits out here, you know, we staying away from fear, you know, and letting love guide us and conquer us, you know what I mean? So we head in the right direction. So I want to talk to you guys about just that, just having that spiritual mind and just being able to see through spiritual eyes. And that in turn is what a lot of people may refer to as having their third eye open, okay? Or being able to have their third eye open, or being woke. You know what I'm saying? Being woke. A lot of people like using that term. I don't know if they still use that term, but hey, it's all the same thing. It all plays in the same way. And so, and this is 3 simple steps that you guys can use for your own life to tell whether or not your third eye is actually open. Okay, so let's just dive right on in. Okay, so the first step, all right, say you're a young man, okay? Say you're a young man and you hear about, you know, young sister out here, she may be out here bad. You know what I'm saying? She may be out here, she may be having multiple guys that she see, you know, and everybody else seems to be calling her, oh man, she a hoe, she a bust down, she this, she that. How do you look at her? Okay? How do you look at her? Do you look at her like, man, what this sister been through? You know what I'm saying? Like, really, do you look at her as a piece of meat, like maybe the rest of the world may look at her? Or do you look at her as like, this is another spiritual being? I'm a spiritual being. She's another spiritual being. How do you look at her? Do you try to understand where she done come from, where she done been, what she done went through? If you do, then yeah, your third eye is open. Now I'm gonna tell you the second way. that you can tell whether your third eye is open or not. All right? You ever been in a situation, y'all, where you just felt real sensitive to your environment? You know what I mean? Like, you know, you could be in a certain area or just be around certain type of people, and something about that glob of energy that everybody does carry. Okay, we are all energy beings. We are all spiritual beings. Okay, and so when you see and you're mixed into around other people, you're mixed with their energy as well. Okay, or what she may be going through. Yes, exactly. What is she going through? You know, it exactly. That's the whole point right there, is that we need to start looking at each other through spiritual eyes instead of physical ones. You know what I mean? Because I think a lot of times, a lot of vain thinking people look at a person's exterior and they say, well, okay, judging by the way this person looks, this, that, and the third. But you can never judge a book by its cover. Okay? Yes, some people need help and spiritual support, not criticism. That is right. That is right, T. That is right. You know, a lot of times I know what the criticism and the judgment is like. You know, I done came up as a child with a lot of that, and dealing with a lot of things at home, and so I know about that, and I didn't like it when it was done to me, so I wouldn't want to do it to somebody else, you know what I'm saying, and just automatically judge the person. You know, now, am I perfect? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Have I judged people before? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. But I work on my mindset. You know what I mean? I work on the mindset. And we all have done things we're not proud of. That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. You know, I remember when I was a young whippersnapper. I remember when I was a young whippersnapper. I was, you know, maybe around 15, 16 years old, and I was trying to get females pregnant. I had this notion in my head that somehow if I got this female pregnant, that I would have this baby that would just show me all this love. You know, all the love that I was lacking in my life back then. I thought that I was going to have it in this little bundle of joy, you know what I mean? But it didn't happen, and it didn't happen for a reason. I thank God that it didn't happen. But, you know, just, you know, that's just one of the things that, you know, I could say that I'm not exactly too proud of. But I can talk about it now because, you know, I'm not out here like that anymore. I don't, you know, I think differently. I move differently. So, you know, so I'm going to talk about the second way, all right? The second way that people can know whether you can know whether your third eye is open or not, okay? So we're going to go to the second way. So, as I stated before, you may be around a group of people, all right? Amen, amen. You may be around a group of people, and it may be people you know, and in the group, it may be a mixture of people that you don't know, all right? Or you may be somewhere that you may be unfamiliar with, okay? And you get a vibe telling you to move around from that situation, okay? And T said, when we young, we do foolish things. As we get older, we learn from our mistakes. That's for sure. That is for sure. That is for sure. And the thing about that too is that we don't understand that, you know, there's consequences to our mistakes. A lot of times people can make those decisions, and then I know I'm digressing, but I just gotta, you know, speak on this real quick. But I know we can go in a direction that sometimes may feel like it's the right decision, but you can end up paying for that in so many ways. You be blessed enough to bounce back from that and be able to come out of it unscathed. You know what I'm saying? You're blessed enough to be able to do that if that's what happens. But some people, you know, some people are not so fortunate. And so that's why it's very imperative that, you know, we teach the young ones that they have to watch their steps out here. You can't just do whatever you want to do. So Tanya said, but some people are weak and want to fit in. That's for damn sure. That's for damn sure. You know I did some foolish things to fit in with the crowd that I knew, you know, wasn't all that great to be around. And, you know, you end up catching the same flight. You know, and it ain't just them. It's you too. Because birds of a feather flock together, and what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to speak on this second one, all right? So, back to the second way that you can tell whether your third eye is open or not. Okay, so back to number 2. So you have you're around a bunch of group of people and or a different place, a unfamiliar place, and you're thinking to yourself, it's like a thought comes to you or a feeling comes over you that tells you that you have to vamoose from that situation. You have to separate yourself from that situation and separate yourself from those people over there, or separate yourself from this area over here. Okay. And if you listen to that, your third eye is open. All right. If you decide that you don't want to listen to that, you know, that's a different situation. You know, but I'll give you an example. I was in Chicago and I was at the Heritage Projects, or what they call the Ickies. And anybody, you know, from the city, they know about the projects down there and whatnot. But I didn't know anybody in the projects. I didn't know nobody in the Ickies. You know, I'm riding with my cousin. You know, he know such and such, da 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 da. I don't know nobody in there. And these cats, they want to sit up here and they want to gamble. They want to, you know, shoot dice or whatnot. And it was like 2 dudes had walked by and they checking us out real hard. And then they come back and check us out again. And I'm thinking like, okay, like something about to go down. Hey, what's going on? How you doing, Janisha? How you doing, sis? How you doing? So as I'm thinking to myself like, man, I need to get up out of this situation. Pop, 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 pop. All you hear is just gunshots. And it was so crazy because in the middle of the projects, there's a playground. Okay, and this is nighttime. It's kids and everybody and their mama out there. Kids out there playing. Gunshots going off. I'm the only one that's ducking. I'm the only one that's ducking. Everybody looking at me like something wrong with me. I'm like, man, hey, if this is what y'all used to, I need to roll out, okay? Because this is not my thing. This is not a comfort zone for me. But, you know, it's amazing what you can get used to, though. It's amazing what you can get used to. So, you know, so that was the second way that you could tell whether your third eye is open or not, okay? So we're going to go to the third, no, that was the second. This is the third way. The third way said the only one with sense. Yes, the only one with sense, man. You hear gunshots, get down, okay? You ain't bullets ain't got no name on them. I'm not even finna play around, okay? You know, bullets ain't got no name on them. So the third way, I'm gonna talk about the third way, y'all, that you could tell whether your third eye is opening or not. Okay, and this is a real. I don't want to say it's like the most important thing, okay, but it's one of the most important things that you can have in your life, okay? Now, you've heard of the term, I know you guys have heard of the term, you are your worst critic. I know you guys have heard of the term, you are your worst critic. And I know this to be true. I am definitely my worst critic, okay? And that can work out in two ways. Y'all. Now, I'm going to talk about the first way that it can work out, all right? And this is where I had to change my mindset and had to change my whole outlook on life. Okay, so I'm gonna give you the brief story about myself, all right, and a little history of my upbringing. Okay, I'm not gonna tell my whole story, but you know, just a brief description. So, the front door was okay, cool. All right, so I grew up in a household that was not the most loving. You know what I mean? I've dealt with a lot of physical and mental abuse when I was coming up. Okay, you know, I had one of my old school mamas. You know, I'm not gonna talk bad on her name or anything, but I had one of the old school mamas, and anybody that know, old school mama, they just didn't play. They didn't play. You didn't have no say so as a kid. You didn't, none of that. You know what I mean? You just deal with it. And so it wasn't as much love. And I guess that was because maybe her mother didn't show her much love. And you see it kind of trickled down. So when I came up, I had a lot of bad thoughts about myself. Because this is what I would hear, coming from someone who, is of that standard to me, you know what I mean? And so I was I had dealt with a lot of low self-esteem, and I had to rebuild my self-esteem. It took me a long time. It was nothing overnight. Nothing was done overnight. It took me a long time to rebuild my self-esteem. And I'm not going to sit up here and blame, this person for doing me like that. I understand that they had their reasons for doing that. But what ended up happening was, all those dreams that you have as a child and all that imagination and all that stuff, that went right on out the window. You know what I mean? And for me, it became like a survival type of thing. And so, like I said, I had to rearrange my thoughts. And I noticed when I was trapped in that circle of thinking with the low self-esteem, I realized that wasn't nothing good happening in my life. Nothing. Nothing. You know what I mean? It was always something. You know, I may come up a little bit, I may get this, but this happened. You know what I'm saying? It was just a lot of things going on. And that's why it's very imperative that you guys keep a positive mind frame about yourself. Okay? How do you look at yourself? When you sit up here and you make a mistake, do you say, oh man, what a dumbass? You know, do you hit yourself over the head? I used to do that. I'm not gonna lie, I had a habit of doing that. You know what I'm saying? It was just something like, man, you stupid, you know? And this is things that I would hear somebody else tell me as a child. Oh, you slow just like your daddy. Just like your daddy. So I grew up basically hating my dad. Didn't even know him. So what I'm saying is the way that you think can really kill your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your imagination, everything, okay? So that third way, even though it may seem small to some people, that third way of knowing whether your third eye is open or not is probably one of the most imperative ones, because it's you looking at yourself. And how do you see yourself? Can you forgive yourself for mistakes that you made? Or do you hold on to the guilt? Or do you hold on to the regret? Okay? If you done somebody dirty in the past, do you hold on to that and say, well, man, you know, I did wrong. And the funny thing is about forgiveness is that somebody that you could have done wrong in the past could forgive you before you can forgive yourself. That's amazing to me. That's amazing to me. It took me years to forgive myself for things that I've done so far in life. And I'm saying so far because I don't plan on doing nobody wrong. You know what I mean? I'm all about positivity, and anybody that knows me, I'm all about positivity. You know, I may have a foul mouth sometimes, but I'm about positivity. So anyway, like I said, it's all about how you look at yourself. How do you look at yourself? That's one of the most important ones right there. And if you can think clearly about the flaws that you may see in yourself, if you enjoy the body that you are in, the body that God gave you, if you enjoy your skin tone, all right, you enjoy your hair, all right, you enjoy the face, the eyes, the hands, the feet that God gave you, and you don't look at your little flaws and say, well, I got this right here. You know what I'm saying? How do you look at yourself? All right? That's the key. All right? And once we can master that, everything else falls in line. So you can get number one, okay? And you can get number two. All right? The ones that I just stated, number 1 and 2, that'll all fall in line if you got number 3. All right? Because it all starts with you. It all starts with you. So I just want to go ahead and thank all you guys for tuning in with me for another wonderful live. And if I am not able, if I didn't get with you on a comment, I just couldn't see it. But it looks like I see all the comments that came through. So I really thank y'all for joining me and participating in this live. I think this one was live, y'all. What y'all think? And hey, at the end of the day, every Thursday at 5, we can have these conversations. And if you feel like there's something that you want to talk about, you can drop it in the comment section once this video is posted, and we can talk about that next Thursday. Okay? So, all right, you guys go ahead and enjoy the wonderful, beautiful day that God has blessed you with. And hey, look forward to a greater future. And I'm going to say this one more thing right here. All right? The news media, the television, everybody that is robots out here, these androids walking around, they would sit up here and have you thinking that there is no hope for you out here. All right? And that you need to be afraid. But what the news ain't going to tell you is that God is in control. They ain't going to tell you that. They ain't going to tell you that. They're going to say the coronavirus is in control and that you need to take this vaccine. But if you're friends with me on Facebook, go ahead and check out that video that I posted. And tell me why they playing around, y'all. So y'all, go ahead and stay woke. Like I said, enjoy your day, enjoy your night. Hey, and God willing, we'll see each other next Thursday. All right, and if you're watching this on YouTube, please leave a comment. Join the group, the Chakra Health Facebook group, and I will leave all the links in the description below. All right, peace, y'all. Love.